is going on, guys? Cameron here, back again with another video today. Today, I am talking baseball topics. Today's topic, the Cleveland Indians and Chief Wahoo. Now, this is a very controversial topic, and I'm going to play both sides of the field here. I am obviously a Cleveland Indians fan. I am also a fan of the Chief Wahoo logo. Now, I would like to state at this time, I am not now, nor have ever been, a racist. I am friends. We have very close family friends that are African Americans. My grandmother is actually part Native American or Indian, and we have a very close family friend that is Native American who actually has an active tribe, and they have meetings multiple times a year. Now, I've worn this hat around my grandmother, and I've worn this hat around the family friend. And I've actually asked him, does me wearing this hat around you offend you? And he said no. I said, now may I ask you another question? I said, do you feel like this is an offensive logo to Native Americans or Indians? He says no, that he does not feel that it is offensive because this does not resemble an Indian. He's aware of all the controversy going on over not just Chief Wahoo, but of the Washington Redskins, who, as a matter of fact, is my grandmother's favorite football team, and as well as the Chicago Blackhawks and the Atlanta Braves. I've been researching this topic for a week now. What I have come up with is different opinions on both sides of the thing. Now, I need to grab one more thing that I was wanting to show in this video, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have this. Now, I also have Chief Wahoo on a cup. Now, there's a lot of people that are out there on the side that says that this logo is offensive, and that not only should Chief Wahoo be gotten rid of, but the name, the Indians, should be gotten rid of. Now, if you know the history of the Cleveland Indians, the actual team name got started in 1915, I believe it is. I'm going to be looking up, and that's me looking at my articles up here that I'm also reading to help me read the history of the team. Yes, and it started in 1915. The reason why it was actually named the Cleveland Indians was because at the time one of their most popular and favorite players was Native American. Now, does that still make it okay? Maybe not. Could he have said, this is why, maybe I don't want it to be? But who knows? Now, again, within the past couple years, apparently this logo was kind of put aside. It was made the secondary for the Cleveland Indians logos. Now, you'll say, and for those of you who watch my videos, you've not only seen me in this hat, you've seen me in this hat, in this hat, and in this hat. Now, I'm a fan of the team. Therefore, that's why I have multiple hats. I don't just have this hat because I want to wear it to offend people. I have other hats because I'm a fan of the Cleveland Indians. Now, they were multiple teams called the Blues and other names before they were ever the Cleveland Indians. For the Cleveland Indians, their first logo actually started out as the block letter C. Very first logo. Then it, I mean, the block letter C, exact same logo that they use today. You know, history. Why not? Then they're set, and that was from 1915 and 1920. In 1921, they came up with a new logo, which was another sort of C. In 1928, they came up with a Native American-esque drawing, and that was for the year 1928. In the years 1929 to 1932, there was another chief or Native American-esque character that was used. In 1933 to 1938, again another. In 1939 to 1945, again another. Now, in 1946 to 1948, this was somewhat the very first version of Chief Wahoo. He is standing up holding a baseball bat, and he's in the swinging position, and it's sort of like the logo, but it's not. Now, the very first sign of Chief Wahoo appeared in 1949. This logo ran all the way to 1972. Now you ask yourself, why did I say it's a variation? It's not the exact Chief Wahoo. For instance, it's faced the other way around. And it has black outline. Now, 1973 to 1978, there was another logo, which it was a baseball with Chief Wahoo on a body holding a baseball bat like this, and it says Indians on the top, Cleveland on the bottom. And then you see the very first actual orientation of the Chief Wahoo we know today in 1979. Now this ran to 1985. Now this was another variation because again the outline was black. 1986 to 2013 is when this current logo was used with the navy blue outline. And then in 2014 to now, they're back again with the block C. I will provide this picture in the description or in the video at either the beginning or the end. I don't know, it'll be in here somewhere. You'll get to see the change of the logos. Now, like I stated, there were teams before the Indians that were named before it. Like I said, they were different teams, and so that's, I guess, in the end what they decided to go with. And then in 1915 it kind of stuck, so that's what it's been since. Now that's 100 years. That is the history of the Cleveland Indians. Now, here's where the controversy comes in. People find this logo offensive because people feel as though this depicts what Native Americans or Indians look like. Now, as much as I would love to give my opinion, I have to stay neutral as though I am looking at this on both sides. And I'm not saying I'm not going to give my opinion because I don't want to anger people and I don't want to make myself look bad. You know, I could care less. My opinion's my opinion. Their opinion's their opinion. But again, as telling this as a story, I need to be neutral. Some people say that this depicts Native Americans. Now, I can see as though as how that can be. First off, the Cleveland Indians are called the Indians. This is called Chief Wahoo, the logo. They say that the big open mouth are buck teeth, that implying the fact that Native Americans have buck teeth. Second, that the Native Americans are that red-skinned. Now that's another term, and I feel as though a racist term to the Cleveland Indians, or I mean to Native Americans, of the fact of them being redskin. Um, and just the overall depiction. Now, his name is Chief Wahoo. Um, from what I've read, is that a single feather, and it seems as though that's how it's depicted in all Native American movies that I've seen. Well, not Native American movies, cowboy, Western movies. Anytime you see the Indians, you'll see a chief in a full feather headdress, and that's typically the chief. Now, if you see one feather, that's what's known as a brave. The Atlanta Braves. They've, um, you know, they have their name, and they have also used a Native American-esque logo for years. Something I didn't know was in doing the research of the Cleveland Indians logo, Chief Wahoo, was that the tomahawk was actually used to scalp Indians. Now, I thought a tomahawk was, for years, was a tool used by Native Americans. Um, so, there's a difference there. Now, according to an article I read, um, people for years have been protesting the Chief Wahoo logo since it became a thing in 1947. There's actually an actual organization group against it, and they go out to Progressive Field every year, and they go and do a protest and speak their voice and their opinion. And then there's also people who will go and be rowdy at them. Now, I don't feel like you have to be rowdy, and something that they've said is that, oh, people who like to come and poke fun at us for protesting against it are nothing but drunks. And I'm not saying this as me saying it, this is what I have heard, is that Native Americans are often in times um, categorized as alcoholics and drunks, um, which is a shocker to me. That's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, that saying. You know, uh, People could easily say that thing very well back to them. Now, I don't agree with, people trying to debate things when they've been under the influence of alcohol. It's not fair. You probably wouldn't talk normally as if you were not under the influence of alcohol. Now, do I feel everyone has a right to opinion? Yes, I do. It's in the Constitution. It's one of your rights, and I really feel like everyone has their opinion. If people feel it's wrong, well then it's wrong. If people feel it's right, well then it's right. You know, you can only convince somebody so much. Now, what other people see about this logo, don't find it offensive. Okay, is first off, things I've read is, as you can see the teeth, they're all straight. Now, if you see people's teeth, they have a gap between them. They're not, that straight. Therefore, how can you imply that those are buck teeth just from the upper lip? There's a straight line that goes from the top to the bottom. Now, even if I tried my hardest, I can't smile with just my top teeth showing. You can't do that. Not very well. Now, other people have said, who even has eyes like that? I've never, people have said, I've never seen anybody with eyes like that or whatnot. And, nobody is that red skinned. This is people who are for the Chief Wahoo logo. These are things that they have said. Like I said, I've stated things earlier of things that depict the people who feel that the logo is offensive. Now, do I feel it's the best logo? No, I don't. As far as whether it being offensive or not. Do I feel like the logo is okay? Yes, I do. For people who don't watch baseball, I'm pretty sure would recognize this more so than this. oftentimes I've been wearing this hat or the other variations that I showed earlier, and people think the C is for my name. That I've gone out and I've gotten that hat because the C is for my name. Even for my last name. My last name starts with a C. Now, I don't know, per se, that this can be strictly identified as Cleveland Indians from people who are not baseball fans. People who are not baseball fans would probably recognize this more than this. Now, that's, again, my opinion. That's what I feel. I hate that this is going to be a long video, but I just want to get this out here as though, again, showing both sides of it. I see both sides of it. This logo was, again, designed and started using in 1947. And it was drawn up differently then. Before this the very first orientation of it was brought up, there was a similar logo that was used in the newspaper in Cleveland, and it was made by somebody who I guess was doing cartoons for the papers or something like that. And it was yellow skinned and had a big nose, and the teeth were divided, and it kind of looked the same. It had one feather coming up, the same type of hair and whatnot. And so they kind of changed it up a little bit, and that's what they went with. Now, when they originally wanted a new logo, they got somebody who at the time was in the Cleveland area who designed the logos for their local police and fire departments. Just some other stuff is that, the Cleveland Indians, they moved to the Progressive Field in 1994. So that Wahoo logo for years has been there, and it's, always been on their souvenirs and their merchandise and whatnot. At one time, or from 1962 to 1994, a 28-foot tall neon sign was lit on the stadium. It was used as a battle flag to cover the USS Cleveland, and that was since retired, and it was flown over at the field once. Spring training for years. I want to say it was in 2009. The Cleveland Indians moved their spring training camp from Florida, which it's been for years, to Phoenix, Arizona. Or to Goodyear, Arizona, I should say. And there was Winter Haven, Florida, by the way. And so for years in Winter Haven, the town would actually paint Chief Wahoo on water towers and, such and such whatnot. Very small townish stuff. Now, they've been wanting to slowly merge out the logo. Yet, you still see him on the Chief Wahoo. When I refer to him, it's Chief Wahoo on every single jersey. It's always on a shoulder somewhere, whether it be they're wearing the C block hat or this hat with a blue bill instead. And even now, in 2015, I don't know if it's just a Cleveland thing, that they are trying to phase it out, or if Topps is just behind, but if you look and see here, you still see Chief Wahoo on 2016 Topps cards. Now again, yet you see him wearing a C on his helmet. And then you can even see the Chief Wahoo on the shoulder, like I said earlier. Now, again, I don't know whether that's a Topps thing, or who controls what logos the team used for a year or whatnot. I just want to real quickly show you another logo I have here, the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm also a fan of the Chicago Blackhawks. It's a hockey team. Now this is their logo. Some also find it offensive and whatnot. Now I'm not purposely picking teams that have controversy or that it. And again, I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Um, it's kind of funny that uh, I have all Native American-esque teams. For years, the Kansas City Chiefs. I know this is baseball channel, but going into it, one of their logo was a Native American running across the states in Kansas City or whatever. And he actually had a white face. So I'm not going into that history. That's football. This is baseball. But you know, again, this this logo being offensive. There's two sides to every story. People find it offensive. People don't. Um, you know, I can say I proudly wear this as a Indians fan. Now, do I wear this because I try to be offensive or racist? No, I don't. I do this to support my team. Um, whether the team name or the team logo or a team logo is offensive to people, I apologize. Um, it's a sports team. I like them. I support them. Um, and that's just me. I can wear this hat, or I can wear one of these three, which I will do now. It doesn't matter to me. The team name is found offensive because and something that people have said about this is, you know, protesters will say, you know, you have a Chief Wahoo logo, but the team name is the Indians. We're not from India. You want a logo for Indians, get somebody with a red dot in the middle of their face, or right here, um, which is their custom to wear. I don't even know what that is, but I've seen it on a lot of people, and I know it's a custom. Yet people who are on the other side of the fence and support Chief Wahoo say, well, you're saying you find the name the Indians offensive because of this logo, then, but you say to, if you're not from India, and if you want the name Indians, then depict somebody from India. And I could see where the people who are supportive of the Chief Wahoo logo will say, well, how can you say the name is offensive if you do not, claim the title that you're Indians? You've heard me to refer to them multiple times as Native Americans. Indians is a term people came up for, mainly Christopher Columbus, because for those of you who know your American history, he actually believed he landed in India. So he called Native Americans Indians. Now, where the term Native Americans come from, I'm not exactly 100% sure what year that started or whatnot. But, that's what I got taught in school, that they're Native Americans. Saw it in books. It's, the terms that's used. Now, um, like I said, it's neither here or there whether people find it offensive or not. That's for people to decide themselves. Again, my opinion is I support my team, no matter what logo it is. And I don't wear this hat every day. If you see me wearing that type of hat, chances are that's the hat that the team is wearing that day. Like I said, I don't wear it on purpose to be offensive. I just wear it to support my team. Anyways, guys, that's been a little brief history and a little bit on the controversy of the Chief Wahoo and the Cleveland Indians. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope it informed you on the issue and the controversy between people who support Chief Wahoo and people who find it offensive and don't. Now, I'm sorry this video was this long, but I just really felt like this was an important issue to me because of the fact that I am a Cleveland Indians fan. If you sat through all of this, I really appreciate it. I really do. whether you're, from my channel or new to my channel, or found this because you're researching this, or even looking up the controversy between or on Chief Wahoo and the Cleveland Indians. Uh, Again, everyone has their opinion, and I'd like to hear yours. Again, I'm not trying to be racist or offensive. Uh, so I'd like to hear, you know, positive comments, whether you support Chief Wahoo or you don't support it. Let me know in the comments. I'd really like to read your guys' opinions on this. And maybe I can do a part 2 to this or something like that. But again, guys, as always, if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and like this video. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Um, it would really, be cool. So, as always, guys, if you did enjoy this video, again, thank you for watching. As always, guys, until the next time, see ya. Peace out.